Howdy, howdy, howdy! How we doing, folks? Welcome to the stream for tonight. Hope you're all doing good. We're gonna try something a little bit different tonight. Something I haven't done before, which I hope is gonna go okay. But basically, I want to try and test out my joint guide systems, which you may have seen me set up in previous streams, where we sort of lay out joints utilizing a rigging system I've created. I want to use that system to try and depose a model. So one thing I like doing is going through like Sketchfab or TurboSquid for free, or models that require like attribution only to utilize. And a lot of them are often posed. So I want to see if I can grab one of those models and depose it, so you can then either retopologize it or just rig it straight up. Most are like triangulated. But in this case, what I've done is I found a pretty cool Komodo dragon. Let's pull this guy in. So he's like, okay, he's tries, so that's an issue. But like in terms of his like topology, it's pretty damn good. He's got a pretty solid face. Inside, he's got like a very basic tongue. Only problem is he's not really aligned in any way. So what I want to do is basically set up a joint guide system. So we'll put in a spine, put in a neck and a head. Hey, Jesse FK, how you doing, buddy? And we'll put a tail through him, all following along the curvature. Some basic arms and feet and all this good stuff. And then we'll straighten them all out and see if that works. I think it should, but we will find out. And welcome, Borner, as well. How you doing, buddy? Scan to base pose. Yeah, so I'm doing all the stuff that modeling does behind the scenes that riggers don't generally have to deal with. Or they provided the modelers with like something ahead of time to de-rig certain things and move into place. So we'll see how good my system is for that. So let's pull up this dude. Let's turn off any existing file paths for doing things. Such a fun. It's just like, it's a fun task. It's just like something a little bit different, you know? It's sort of like prelude to rigging, to make things better for rigging, but we'll see how that goes. I'm doing good, man. How are you doing? How's the bubba? I enjoyed the video you sent the other day. It was unbelievably cute. So I don't need a lot of this stuff. Don't need feet. Don't need hands. Don't need eyes, don't need a jaw. Do need pelvis, spine, neck, head, arms. Actually, I might add in a few more. Maybe 2 more for that, just to really make sure we can de-kink some of the neck. Head is good. We may need to increase the amount on this tail as well. Number of secondary controls, let's bump that up to 6. And we don't need the right-hand side. I'm only going to do one side. We'll move that to the center, and then we'll mirror. So I think that should potentially work. Yeah, okay. Let's execute that. And start building. Ooh. Do you have any good educational shit for game engines? Like where to find them? Somebody just released like a... Oh, well, like what aspect of game engines? Rigging in game engines, or... I know somebody just released like a big breakdown for like control rig. Can't remember their name, but they rigged like a Buzz Lightyear or something. That came out quite recently, and apparently that's quite good, so maybe that? God, I shouldn't have done these all at once. Oh, these are like massive as well. Let's turn these way down. 0.5. Maybe 2 for that. So at least today is going to be a bit more visual and not just code, I think. We'll actually do some stuff in viewport for once, which will hopefully be interesting. Okay, so we got the leg, we can move that back. Got an arm. All of these just sort of like pre-layout ahead of time. Oh, did I disconnect? Everything's still good? For some reason my chat room reloaded. Not sure why. Or email. Up. That's the tail, right? Yes, that is. There. Cool. So, with that, this is one time I actually do want to save my file as well. So, we'll set that up ahead of time. This is going to be first pass depose rig. Man, I got something in my throat tonight. Okay, let's do some basic setups for everything. Where do I want to start? Man, this is going to be weird not to being able to just go into side view to do everything. How do I want to do this? I probably want to... find like a vaguely central point. Let's put a cluster on that. God, I really should make that bigger. Okay, man. So how's everyone's week been so far? Anything interesting happening so far? How's your job been going, Jesse? So, let's pop on the reference planes. I'm learning Mobu, but the documentation is severely lacking and feels a little old. I have a friend who is currently doing a bunch of scripting in Mobu as well for their job, for their studio. Apparently they really like using it. I think the animators are just used to it. And yeah, encountering very similar issues, not a lot of decent documentation for it, so I definitely feel for you, buddy. Is Mobu, like Mobu is quite good though, in terms of its approach to motion capture, right? Like that's the whole selling point of the software, yeah? Because I know Human IK in Maya is based off it, right? Let's pull that up. I can sort of orient the pelvis like that. Okay, that's cool. Pretty sure it is, but I think that part actually works much better. Oh, really? Human IK, man, I don't know. Like, it's useful, but it's like, it's not very flexible. But maybe it's the same with Mobu. Like, the thing that annoys me about Human IK is like, if you want to transfer a full like motion capture using it, you have to define a full human. You can't just have like a pair of legs or a pair of arms or something. So it adds a bunch of unnecessary steps or whatever. Hey, Glad Knox. Sam, yes. I'm slowly remembering, slowly getting to know everybody's names. Performance of Mobu is actually really good. It's just that it needs a lot of... Ow, yeah. I still need to... one of these days I'm just going to open up Unreal or Unity and start using the retargeting tools as well. That's still on my list of things to do. I talk to a lot of video game companies, so they're always like, have you done anything in Unreal or Unity? I'm like, nope, I probably should at some point. It's on my list of things to do, I swear. Ooh, now, one thing. Do I have the capacity to move these? I do, thank God. No? Oh, yes. Okay. Just gonna have to unlock them. I can work with that. Sam Bats, welcome. First time chatter. IK retargeting in UE. That's the new hotness. Yeah, I've seen really cool things from it. Although I had a mate who said it's horseshit the other day. And I was like, really? I heard it's great. But I think he's very used to doing my human IK transfers for his characters. Everybody's got their different little workflows they like to use, I suppose. So. Sam, as the first time chatter, have you been in here before? Lurker, but not a poster? But in either case, thanks very much for joining the chat. Would love to hear a bit about you, if you're a rigger or a Unreal person. Or both. Okay, so we're kind of using these controls, if I can select the right one. We pull them into the center, so we can start using them to find a sort of central point which we can then like de-kink afterwards. So honestly, I probably have to worry less about posing these so significantly for sort of like accuracy in the body. Let's maybe pop it about here. I think I followed a while back. I'm just not much of a Twitch user. I'm a 3D animator. Oh, swick. That's awesome. 3D animator for games. So you're an Unreal animator? Do you do a lot of animation in Engine, or is it like going from Maya or Blender and exporting, caching out to for Engine use? Let's pull these down just a tad. That's probably fine. I love you. Oh, this. Let's pull the pelvis up here. And we'll pull this one up there. Turn on the reference planes. Hide that. I'll save this, just so we can sort of make sure that the spine is going through areas we want. Crank that up. So it's carving through. Ooh, not too bad. Ugh. Because this ain't... I can't do like a... Damn, I can't do that. Can I select... Oh, good lord. You can't select like the middle edge? It's not smart enough to know when things are triangulated? Ho hum! How can I select the middle edge loop there, folks? What does the UVs look like? Can I select it via the UVs? Maybe? Can you select UVs in a row? I guess I could try and select. Oh man, this is going to be tedious. And this is only going to be the top as well, right? Do we even want to bother? Did you happen to see the Silent Hill 2 remake trailer? No, I have not. I haven't really seen much stuff from the Silent Hill games. I know Pyramid Head, and that's about it. Were people complaining that the protagonist looks weird or something? Unreal for the last 5 years, I learned pretty quickly that my job didn't end after exporting from Maya, so I got proficient and MBPs and control rig. Yeah, nice. Currently using Unity and the animation rigging system, which has its ups and downs. As far as Maya is concerned, I'm pretty lost without Artec art rigging. Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, do you have a preference, Sambats, over Unreal or Unity, or it's just like different, similar tools, similar jobs, just, you know, people might prefer one or the other, they both do similar things. How much do I want to do of this, where I can pull that up? I can sort of, okay, that's working. Did I set it up so there's, like, these are the start and ends? Does that work? Kinda. I believe I've got all these ones. One interesting thing, like, do Unreal and Unity have capacity to skin characters? That's always something. I mean, I always see things like, oh, you can set up your rigs, or you can set up like IK handles and use it to retarget things or whatever. But can you skin? Are there skinning tools in these game engines? That's definitely one plus Maya has on things, if that's the case. NG skin tools, baby. Hey, this is pretty useful. Okay, so we're using these reference planes to sort of line up the spine down that middle edge, which I think should be pretty useful. Preference would be Unreal simply because I can get my head around blueprints. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, like visual coding is, I find that to be often quite better than just going through lines and lines of code. I'm definitely keen to try that out in Unreal and stuff as well. It seems very intuitive to me. I think you always need an initial bind for both Unity and UE. Yeah, that's when they change that. That's gonna be something. That's definitely something they have to approach at some point in time. But I don't know how they would tackle that exactly. But surely that's gonna be something on the horizon. It's like the final frontier. Because if they can get it set up better, or like laying out joints, like this, I mean, the reason I've set up this system is to like get around Maya's joint layout system, which is so archaic. Like it's possible if you know how to work around it, but like, I don't know, if Game Engine sort of came back and did stuff with that, like it would be, you know, they'd start making Maya and Maya more obsolete. Aren't there rigging nodes in Maya? Aren't there rigging nodes in Maya or something? Define what do you mean by rigging nodes, Sam? Is that are you talking like there's like the rigging top node you can use to specify what is it? It's like under rigging not quick rig. There's something where you can like specify the top node as a rig or something. Initial bind as in bind pose or base pose. Like node-based rigging tools instead. I mean, kind of. Like, if you use the node editor, you can sort of like. The thing is, the node editor in Maya is pretty. It's not very good for doing like an entire rig in nodes. I think a lot of like people who come from engineering backgrounds really like sort of doing the whole node, going through everything, sort of like how you'd lay out things in Houdini or whatever. I think it's sort of how Unreal control rig sort of gets laid out. Like, as opposed to having like a outline, a hierarchy or whatever, everything is just sort of arranged in your node editor in sort of like boxes, and you slot them all together or whatever. Yeah. There's a control rig system, but you can't skin a static mesh to... Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Always need to have some skin attached. Yeah. Traveling through the node graph is so clutch when you pick up someone else's rig. Yes, that's... I was going through some student rigs, just like doing a demo for them the other day. And I just like going through the node editor, they're like, oh, what's that? I'm like, nah, it's good, but you probably don't want to tackle it just yet because you're like still brand new to everything. I don't want to overwhelm you immediately. Because as I found out, teaching rigging to people who have no idea about anything rigging in Maya can be quite difficult and easy to overwhelm, especially when the students are a whole bunch of different like levels. So start simple. IK handles, constraints, FKs, things like that. Okay, so we'll pop that boy up there. Do I want to do the head first? Yeah, maybe. Let's pull that out of there. Move you up there. Are you doing the classic joint placement and then rebuild the chain with the world position and orient? Classic joint placement and then rebuild the chain with the world position and orient. So the way the system works, Borna, is... it's basically a way of quickly laying out joint chains, which I can slot together or whatnot. So dependent on the sort of chain I'm using, there may be some different control structures to them, where like this one, it's just a simple, you got a base control, you got an end control, and an up vector. You all position them based on translation. There's no rotation in there, just to keep things simplified. Whereas when you get to things like... the arms and everything, like you can sort of see the elbow sort of auto moves about. You can grab the pole vector for this one, the, not pole vector, the up vector, which sort of like affects from here to there, and then the elbow is sort of like automatically placed, as well as some functionality for feet where you can sort of swivel them around and sort of position them more easily. So all of these joints are auto updating. So, you know, they're all constrained in a way where they'll aim at the next one, next control, keep everything oriented correctly, and I can even go onto these joints and, you know, change around the aim vectors. So if I don't want it to be that, I can change it and it flips it around to the other side instead. Like just quick ways of sort of working with it. Then, once everything is set up, I save out all the build data. It's just like a big JSON file. It's not very efficient, but it's fine for me right now. And then it just loads in all that information if I want to rebuild it. So I can like lock the length of these joints as well if I want to quickly snap to like T-poses or make them. Are you cleaning the rotation channels later down the line or storing? Yeah, so I've got a few scripts that sort of work when I'm building the rig, where it'll like, yeah, wipe out all the rotation and push it down to joint orients. Or I've actually got some that'll like take it out of the joint orients and put into the rotation if you want to use like matrices or whatever. Like, yeah, there's a few things I've got in here to sort of work with them in different ways, because there's like sometimes when you want the T-pose to be zeroed out for like mocap, where normally you'd want the A pose to be zeroed out for like rigging, for doing pose interpolators and all that, you know, correctives and things like that. So I'm just like, you know what, we'll sort of like have a baseline and then use a bunch of scripts to quickly swap around the rotation to all the different places when it's needed. But basically, like, the standard orientation gets set here, like in a way that's sort of clear and unbroken, and then you can swap around the channels for things using scripts afterwards. It's actually not too difficult. It's just like, I mean, it's basically just a bunch of things aiming at each other. It's a bunch of aim constraints that can sort of like be limited or whatnot. So, yeah. I have had people ask me on Twitter to be like, can I buy this? Can I? I'm like, yeah, maybe at some point, but it's not really like user friendly. Oh, and hi, Rehards. Sorry, I was in the middle of answering questions there. Yeah. Let's pop that. Let's build cluster from selection. Trying to refresh my brain in the hopes of getting a games gig at the end of the year. Oh, cool. Do you have a particular place in mind, Borna? Or you're just like, somewhere in games would be nice? Games are where it's at, man. I don't know. Does this seem like they're paving the way forward for the industry at the moment? The sort of 3D industry. At least some of them. Some studios are just like, they sound absolutely magical in how they treat their employees, how they value their employees. Plus, yeah, like Santa Monica's releasing Ragnarok soon, right? God of War. I hear nothing but good things about like the Sony studios, so I'm sure there'll be a lot of people celebrating. I applied to Creative Assembly. They really loved Unreal, but because I didn't really have real-time XP. Oh, yeah, that happens. That's cool, though. Do you want to work on, like, Total War or something? Different kind of Warhammer. Let me... God, yeah, this is going to be tricky. Let's pull this. Going to be on the new FPS team. Oh, have they revealed that? Is it called like Hyenas or something? Is that Creative Assembly? Or is that Ninja, Team Ninja? Team Ninja? No, not Team Ninja. Ninja Theory? What's the one that Matthias used to work at? Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, yeah, cool, cool, cool. Ninja Theory, that's what I'm thinking of. Ragnarok, 9th of November. Very much looking forward to it. You know what? I've never played. I don't have like a PlayStation or anything. I've never played any of the God of Wars. Although it's out on PC now, I think, right? Like, Sony's going through and releasing a bunch of stuff on PC, which is really cool. I'm going to put that just behind the ear. Actually, let's sort of put it a bit forward. Robbie, the God of War, I was going to say Gears of War for a second there, but I realized that's probably an old way of thinking of GOW. Really quality port. I've seen people mod that, where they've put like Kermit the Frog on top of Kratos' body, which I thought was quite good as well. Ultimately, it's the kind of company you stay at for 5 to 10 years. Yeah, exactly. You want to sort of like get a feel for a place that you can actually stay at. So, yeah, Creative Assembly sound quite good from some of the stuff they work on, right? They've been around forever. Now, why? Let's get that tweaked. I think that's pretty good. There's one that allows you to scale certain joints. Yeah, you can do like DK mode. If you guys ever played like GoldenEye or Perfect Dark back in the day, DK mode was where it's at. bring back DK mode. Put y'all in there. Okay, so we got that. One thing about this system as well, Borna, that I'm using is I have reference planes down every single joint, so I can scale those up and use them to sort of like figure out where the joint is going to be slicing through the geometry, which is super, super useful for laying things out like fingers. This is basically like a system I started developing after working on the sins on Shazam, because having to reorient their fingers all the time, I was just like, oh man, I'm never doing that ever again. Now I have the DK rap playing in my head. So they're finally here, performing for you. If you know the words, you can join in too. Put your hands together if you wanna clap as we take you through this monkey rap. Huh. Should I put that on? Everybody loves the DK rap. Let's put... Oh man, why are you selecting geometry like crazy? Okay, so I want it to be about there-ish, I'm guessing. Might be over cranking it a bit, but I think that should be alright. Yeah, let's pull that in a 10. Man, I feel you. I think my least favorite joint placements are always fingers. Once you like, I'm an expert at laying out fingers now. It's just like, after having done it so many times, you just get used to it. I can transfer them between my characters, but the fidelity, you always need to update them, because like, modelers will change where the knuckle loops are and things like that. They always, like, you get 90% of the way there and you always got to tweak it a little bit afterwards. Ain't no thing, but my system makes that pretty straightforward to do. Okay, let's maybe... Ooh, that's coming from there, is it? Okay. Why is this also offset? Put it there. I sort of want that there-ish. Maybe pull this in. Oh yeah, this is going to be a bit tricky, I think. Yeah, these are all based on curves, so it's a little less precise in the placement. Are these not down the middle? Pull that a bit more. My favorite trick is selecting a knuckle loop, creating a cluster, then matching the... Yeah, that's a really good way of working, just finding the middle point. My girlfriend is sick watching Adventure Time in the living room. There is an episode with Lumpy Space Princess, and she's going, Hockey. Whenever I say hockey, I'm pretty sure it's like, it's from this old Flash animation, The End of the World or whatever. How does Lumpy Space? She's like, oh my god. She talks like that, right? What's the thing she says? Like, she's got like a catchphrase, like, oh my glom or something? What did she say? It's been so long since I've seen Adventure Time. Oh, and welcome, Crispy Chris 3. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the fun. If you like, let us know who you are. You're a rigger, do animation, into 3D software, anything like that. think that's going to be kind of okay for the neck. I think. Can always... Actually, yeah, that is kind of accurate. The body is like weirdly kinked here. Yeah, okay. Let's keep it like that. I'm going to use that technique right now, Jesse. Actually, oh damn, am I going to be able to use that technique? Because I can't select edge loops with these goddamn tries. I need to use like Blender or something. I think Blender's got a good way of detriangulating meshes. Maya's one fucking sucks. So I don't think I'm even going to try. Because if I... Yeah, fuck, I can't select that. Okay, well, we'll select one and one there to get roughly a center point. So I go build cluster, then locator from selection. So I cluster it and then just create a locator in its place. So boom, we got something to snap to. Yeah, think about there. Build cluster, then locator. Automated and everything. Yeah, I mean, the amount of times that I use this to lay things out is a lot, so may as well have it. And the final one. So we only need to roughly lay these ones out, because I'm basically going to use it to sort of position the feet in a pretty decent area, and then maybe orient them forward. Build cluster one more time. We're gonna celebrate because your moves are weak. Oh, I don't even have the... Oh, I don't really need to worry about clavicle location. Probably too much. Okay. Oh, come on, let me select you. Yeah, recently I was teaching students how to, I was trying to teach them how to lay out joints and trying to use like all the standard Maya ones, but at the same time not confuse them completely with like the joint orientation tools, because they are confusing if you have no idea about much stuff in Maya. So basically I was telling them just like lay out a chain ahead of time that you know that you want to set up. If it's like a leg, go into the side view and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you like grab the first joint, you move it into place, you know, where you want to position the second one, you rotate this joint and then you like scale it out and then you... So basically like doing FK joint layouts sort of thing. I was like, that's probably the easiest way of doing it. Because honestly, like, if you use the Orient Joints tool, that's good if you know how it works and what it's aiming at and everything. But then when you get off axis and you don't have a clear, like when you want your up vector to be sort of like angled like this, then it's not very helpful. You can use like IK handles to help snapping things into place, but if they don't know about IK handles, then that's quite useless. So yeah, I was like, what's the easiest way to do it? If anybody's got good suggestions on how to like do basic joint layouts, I'd love to hear them. These ones I don't need to worry about, but I may as well. Pull them down. Okay. So, do I even want... I don't really care about clavicle placement, so what I can probably do... Let's just lock this dude. Lock control via locator. So I can just maybe move that one up to... Do I want to put it exactly over the top? Yeah, okay, let's just do that. then I can unlock that. Let's chuck in a save, just to make sure. Okay, so how good is that? That placement's actually not too bad. That's pretty central. From the side, like I'm not really going to be orienting the feet, I think, too much. I will do it so, let's move that maybe down to about there. Actually, what I will do is I will turn on reference planes. I remember when I first learned to do that, I got the tip to turn on local rotation axes on the joints. Yeah, actually that was... yeah, I had a student who had them on, but all their joints were still, like, wrong. Like, they were obviously not pointing in the right direction. So, like, they had it all on, but were just, like, ignoring it, so... Kinda defeats the purpose, guys. Because, like, you can have them on and it's, like, helpful, but if you don't understand what those orientations mean, then it's, like, well, it's less helpful, I suppose. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll lock this one, because we don't want it to move when we move the controls up earlier in the chain. Oh, I really hate how it keeps selecting that geometry. How is that? Let's position it maybe a bit more. About in there. Eventually that helps with the orient tools and in general. Yeah. Like I taught them the technique of like laying out like just a plane and sort of like building joints along that, but it's the same sort of thing. Like you gotta, if it's not flat, then it can be a bit confusing to reorient things and move them around. So, I will need some more tea in a second. Let's put on some different music. Yeah, I will just go grab another cup of tea. So I'll put on the back screen and I shall be right back. Let me just make sure I save this first. One sec, folks. And we back. sub list looks like it's mirrored in the middle. On the Be Right Back screen, I think it's, I don't know, it was some like layout that you have in the stream elements or whatever, some widget or whatever they call it. Yeah, it's not very good. It repeats a lot. I don't know how to get a better one, so I'll need to update that at some point. Yeah, I think it's like every time somebody resubscribes, it just adds them to the list again or something. So I don't know. Maybe I need to add a resub one or something. So with all this laid out, sort of position that about there. No, it's maybe about there. Yeah, something like that. And we want to offset this one maybe about to here. I think that's pretty all right. And how about this guy? Not that I really need to position these ones, but should I? Might as well just expand that out so we can see where it's bisecting. Just gonna sort of do that there. Oakley dokley. Seems alright. I'm gonna have to turn off all of these at some point as well. Turn off the reference plane. And save that. Alright, last up. Let's. Oh, actually, now we've got two things left. We've got to do the leg and the tail. Pelvis, turn you off as well. Oh no, it's the camera reset.
Yo, man, that's a great philosophy.
Yeah, exactly right.
Can you put it back together
with quickness? I discovered a podcast today where they have been watching The Master of Disguise once a week for every single week of 2022. It's like a very small podcast, but I find it funny because I hate The Master of Disguise. Like, love The Master of Disguise. Another terrible movie. Along with Cool as Ice. In the same vein, but like more bad. Anyone here seen The Master of Disguise? Dana Carvey's magnum opus? The Turtle Club. That movie. Am I not turtly enough for the Turtle Club? The Master of Disguise? Come on. You may have seen it when you were a child. It was like one of those weird movies from the early 2000s. Dana Carvey, the guy who plays Garth on Wayne's World, it was like his movie. He was like 45 or something when he started it. It should have been, it was like, the role was clearly designed for someone who was supposed to be in like their mid-20s or late teens or something. It's very strange. Terrible, terrible movie, but fun to force people to watch. One of my friends revealed like it was her mum's favorite movie, and I like never let her forget it. Let's go about there. Yeah, you have to sort of you got to prepare yourself for it, rehards. It's a tough watch. It's just cringe the whole time. Because Dana Carvey's whole shtick was he was like good at impersonations, so it's like an excuse for him to dress up as different characters, including like some kind of like racial stereotypes that when my friends and I watched it, we're just like, oh god, definitely can't do that today, with good reason. Let's pull that are these legs oriented? They must be oriented out to the right. Right? Ooh, okay. I think I'm notorious with content like that in my circles. You need more ammunition, you know? You need more ammunition to fire at your friends. When they're like, what terrible movie should we watch? And you're like, I know. How about this one? Yeah, my friends and I, pretty much every week, we do movie nights, which can range from, like, ones we actually want to see, like animations, to bad movies. Like, we tend to go on sticks where we, watch dance movies for some reason. Just, like, finding all the dance movies on Netflix and just slowly going through them. I can't remember if I talked about this on stream. Like, we tried to watch a gymnastics movie, but there was, like, more dance in it than there was gymnastics. I was like, I want to see people flip. This is bullshit. Do you all come together or watch online? Yeah, they're my friends in Western Australia, so I'm in Victoria. So we just watch through Discord, bonding over... These aren't even B movies, Sam. These are, like, bottom tier shit. We've gone through all the Step Up movies. Like, the dancing in them is great, but that's about it. Actually, we've started watching the Freddy Nightmare on Elm Street movies. Because it's spooky season. Last year we watched, like, all the Screams and everything. So this year we're like, hey, why not Freddy? The first two movies are terrible, but the third one's pretty good. The second one in particular was abysmal. But I think that franchise sort of has notoriety for that kind of stuff. Just being, like, terrible movies. Is that locked? No. Okay, let's pull that there. Because, got reference plane viz. Okay, we're slowly getting in a better position. I think I need to move this one back. Oh boy. Make sure to lock this one. Lock control via locator. Yeah, the knee's like forward. So we move that back. Okay, actually. Is anybody here still watching Marvel movies as well? Did anyone see the new Ant-Man trailer that came out today? Does anybody care anymore? Except the overworked, underpaid VFX artist who work on those movies. I watch them, but not usually in cinemas. Yeah, it's gotten to that point where I'm just like, I can't be bothered anymore. It's just a whole thing. You know what? I don't even need to, like, really orient these super good, do I? Oh boy. Oh boy. What's going on with this leg? Oh, you know what? Because it's twisted, isn't it? Yeah. Let's do... Let's crank that up. Oh, that's maybe a bit too much. I like the direction the series are going. I like the TV series. I've heard good things. I need to watch She-Hulk. Surprisingly, I liked Hawkeye quite a lot. when I thought it'd be awful, but it was actually pretty good. I need to watch Miss Marvel as well. Haven't seen that yet. Okay, so we got all that. For the leg, that's probably fine. Let's set up the tail. If I can. If I've got enough control. Hopefully. Oh, maybe not. Might have to rebuild. Might have to add more joints. Yeah, it's fairly... Meeting time, uh-oh. Is it a day of lots of meetings, Rehards? Ooh, yeah, I'm definitely gonna need more. Damn. I should have over-prepared. How do I want to do this? Because I need to do something to unlock. Okay, let's save this, first of all. We'll hide that for the time being. How can I unlock certain attributes before loading on things? Let's go into our rig core guide. Catch your rehards, thanks for dropping by. Have a good day with work. I want to go probably in here. Build guide, set guide data. Yeah, okay, so if I copy this and in before, let's go before setting. Because by default, when I build some of these controls, they will have the x-axis locked. So let's just make sure, what do I need for that? Just a CB unlock. No, I want to do a for transform in group, in list, command set attr tx. Let's set it to lock equals false. And we'll put the transform in there. And let's just get a list of all the controls we want to... Oh boy. Where'd you go? All the ones we want to unlock. Okay, let's print that as a Python list. So I'll go grab those and put that in there. And we might be good to maybe error that. And let's save out the guide data. Let's do this one, depose data. Save guide data, nope, wrong one. Yeah, oh, I just clicked on the wrong one, that's it. So that, let's go. Komodo Dragon A, files, guide rig, depose data, 001, 001. Cool, so we got that, we can steal that. Depose data, take that one, plug it into there. Cool. All right, this is definitely saved. So it should rebuild with everything in the right position. Well, we will find out. Well, first of all, let's just see. So it should error, and are all of those unlocked? Yes. Okay. Okay. I think that should be good. So, let's increase the number of controls and joints on the tail. Let's maybe up that to about 12. And let's do that to maybe 20. See how this goes. Ooh. That is not an error, but it did not set. Because there is no slash there. Uno más. Still? Let's grab all of that. Just see. Guide rig, depots data. Oh, what's an asset name there? Oh, well, yeah, okay, that's why. Because I sort of do it that way? Alright. Oh, the joys of running the code, changing something, running the code again, changing something, running the code again. Live and die by the rebuild. Hey, that's more like it. And these are all curved. Wunderbar. Alright then. Let's do another import. And then deposing tail. First of all, does that go all the way to the tip? Let's do that. Still might not be enough, maybe. Like that. Right. Maybe we might have to push these a bit further, but I think we should have enough. Oh god, I didn't. Where do I want to put the tails? Start, actually. Kind of want to move it. Should have thought about that before I laid it all out now, shouldn't I? Maybe about to there. And about to there is okay? Oh yeah, because I'm going to have to do it on that direction as well. And this only moves it in? Yeah, cool. Oh, God almighty. Okay, yeah, it's probably easier to fix in the model than just add in a bunch of controls to do that. Oh, dear God, no.
I'm seeing double here. 4 crusty.
I need to add an oh dear God no as well. Is that like when Mo's bar is getting blown up by the meteor or something under the episode? Maybe I should put these more central as well. Like, I'm rigging this sort of like a real one, which I really shouldn't be. Let's lock that control. I'm just going to put this center mass. That's just going to make it easier to repose. Gentle repose. Okay. Yeah, having a curled tail like this is the most annoying thing to sort of... Even if I sort of straighten it out, I don't know if it's going to look any good. Because, like, trying to depose a tubed kind of thing is, like, always an annoyance. But we'll see how it goes. Now... Yeah, always... Although I say, like, allow modelers to model things in a natural pose, always make your modelers model tails in a flat pose if you're going to be rigging them. It's just... It's necessary. Oh, okay, this might actually be alright. They all seem to be going down the sort of right thing. Oh, wrong one. Let's group that again and hide. Oop. Oh. Alright, let's do it the hard way. Crank that up. That's actually going pretty good. Dang. Okay. I can deal with that. Sweet. Okay. So that's pretty much everything laid out. How do I want to do this? Because I want certain things to follow along. Okay, so first of all, let's turn the rest of the plane off. For the sake of clarity, we can put that under there. We can put you under there. We can put you under there. Spine guide end joint. You go in hidden joints. And you go underneath that one. Same thing. Let's get that end head joint and pop it under hidden. And that goes on the yacht. Okay, and you... Oh, it's kind of weird to put it under the chest, but I guess that's fine. And everything else we don't really need to worry about too much. So, I am going to need to make sure that we keep the joint lengths. So, how do I want to do this? I can grab you and you, and we can go attach constraint. That follows with, and you and you. That's all good, and because it's not going to move away from there. Ooh, actually, no, that's not going to work, is it? Because it won't work with the orientation. Nope, undo all that. What I want is I want the tertiary of the pelvis and constrain those. Attach constraint. So what I'm doing is I'm just constraining these controls using a particular script, just so when the pelvis moves around, they should go with. I think that should all sync up. Similarly, should also do that with this one. So now that all moves with. Fantastic. And in a similar vein, ooh, now this is an interesting one. Did I turn that off? Oh no, I haven't turned it on for the spine. That would be why. Tertiary. We can turn the tertiary off there. So when this moves, it's going to be influencing the clavicle. Oops. Guide, attach. And it's also going to be influencing the neck. So that moves around. That's all cool. And final one on the neck. Nope. Sorry, what am I doing? Tertiary. So when this one moves, influences the head. Yep. Ah! No. Oh, well, I'm doing something wrong. Can't I constrain the neck to the head? Why? That's interesting. Oh, was I selecting the wrong one? Oh, okay, yeah, that's why. All right. Guys, let's just unlock all controls from locator just to make sure. You. Oh, am I selecting multiple? I'm just not realizing it. No? Okay. That's. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I was selecting the wrong one. Okay. I'm an idiot. Well, I'm an idiot. Just gives him a chance to run away. Well, I'm an idiot. Alright, we got all that. She's the master of the game. Alright, we got all that. Let's set the stretch guides to active length. We need to make sure to specify that these should be unlocked as well. Oh boy. Nope, don't do that. I think I'm being bitten by a mosquito. Alright. Got all of them selected. Let's print that as a Python list. So got all of them. So in the unlock script, we can just pop those in. Spine, got neck. Hockly dockly. So with that all done, let's save that. Let's just do one more guide rig data save. Just so we can rebuild and then we can try posing it. Let's depose. Yep. Make sure we update that one. Okay, cool. One more rebuild. Make sure it's all good. So then we try and pose the joints, and yeah, I think it should be good. We shall see. We can set up some basic sort of planes. That all looks like it's worked pretty good. Alright, everything's down here. Sweet. Okay. So, behind that, we're going to set all guide joints to the length they currently are. Let's set stretch blends to off. So now, we're going to guides, select all controls, no tertiary, don't need that. We're going to keyframe that. Let's just save out a new file. Posing. Oh, sorry, that was off screen, but that's all I did. Now, alright, let's see. First order of business, if I just move that, ooh, that all works. So we want this to be z-axis. Ooh, remove the chest. Okay. It's not exactly working the way I wanted it to. I think I can make that work. Let's go into world space. Grab all of these. Zero them out. Ooh, actually, don't want to zero them all out. We want to do it only on the translate x-axis. Yeah, because we want to make sure they sort of maintain that curvature. Let's make it so... Yeah, there's a mosquito flying around. Ah! Get out of here. Get out of here. Ooh, actually. Make sure that's properly oriented. Oh, these are way off. Good. Grab those. Straighten that out. Where'd that one go? There. That one over to there. Cool. And some of the stuff with the tail. Actually, we're going to need to offset the tail because it's not going to be directly in the middle of that. That's fine. We can do that. Probably position that way out. And translate X. That's all straightened out. Ooh. Actually, yeah, we do want to do these ones. That one we do want to be straight. Back to there. So we'll maybe come back and do the arms once we've skinned stuff up. Now that is the question. How do we skin this? Sort of straighten it up. One thing I do want to do as well is... Ooh, that doesn't like change joint length. Maybe to about there. Cool. Okay, so I believe what would be the best way to do this? Probably, I think just doing a polyplane through everything. Let's do -90. Gonna blow that up. Hockily dockily. Two, three, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, this is going to be interesting. So just sort of snap them to the joints. You can see where I may be going with this. I wonder if we can keep it that simple, or if we'll need to make it a tad more complicated. Can always try it out first of all and see how it goes. Ooh, actually one thing I'll need to do is create a locator. We'll go into that mode. Let's Let's match the locator there. And then this one in object space. Is that... Is that head joint not oriented? Yeah, why is it not... Huh, okay. Where is the end of the snout? That to there. Oh, that's actually a pretty clean bisection. Okay, and I guess we need to do the, oh god, the tail. Definitely made things easy, didn't I? Yeah. So how many do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Let's see how this goes. Oh boy. Come on. So the idea being, we sort of use one edge, if it allows me to select it. Oh my, why is... Drag select. We're going to use one edge per joint, try just transferring the skin over, see how that goes. If it's good enough, we can use it. If not, we may refine it a little bit. I think because it's detailed enough and the movement isn't super huge, that we should just be able to get away with it. All right. Can I select our... Oh, you guys aren't going to be able to see this. But I'm typing select all joints. Oh, that actually worked. Ooh, okay. Actually kind of just worked alone. Oh boy. It's just like, yeah, no, we should definitely go into a bit more detail on this. Spine. Wait. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, I've got the... Oh, shoot. Yeah, I can't do that. Damn it. I want... let's go. Import my commands from Maya. Import commands. Top node equals this one. Joints. I can go joints equals commands ls. Top node dag equals true. Type equals joint. And select joints. R equals true. Let's see if that goes. It's cool. So that's just using under that top joint. Select everything in the hierarchy as long as it's the type of joint. So now let's try that again. And this time, oh yeah, cool. Yes, that's more like it. So. How is everything skinned this time? Let's go through and do a quick sort of once over. Chest, neck. Come on. Come on. I'm here, kill me. Eee, that's looking promising. This might actually work, folks. This might actually work. I say before actually testing it. So it could be famous last words. Let's make sure this is saved as well. Oh hum. And do I need the last one? Yeah, it's just going to be the same. That'll be fine. Okay, so we're just, before we do anything, I am going to duplicate out border. And let's see if we just do a straight up transfer. We won't even do any arm stuff just yet. Skin, copy skin cluster. Hey! Not bad. So the neck, I might want to like buff that out a bit. Yeah, that's a bit better. Ooh, let's make sure we do it on the right one. Cool, so next up, we're gonna do the legs. We don't want to change them too much, we just sort of want to like orient them a bit better, so they sort of like touch the ground nicely. So we may just want to do some basic change through those as well. I might not really even want to rotate the... That's just going to keep it. Okay. Do I even just want to like skin it on top? Would that be a wise choice? Okay, let's first of all save that. Just want to select that loop. Expand, expand, expand. To about yar. Let's do this on a new layer. I don't actually normally do things on tries, so I don't know how well tries are going to smooth. I guess it's a... Oops. I guess we can find out. Yup. Okay. Oh boy, yeah, this is going to be a bit naff. Done and done. How far do we want it to go up though? About there? That's probably alright. So let's not smooth that just yet. Let's see what happens. So we put it like that. Honestly, that's not too bad. Even just with that really rustic movement. Oh my god. Why is it never letting me select the things I actually want to select? Ah! Like, do I want to... Oh yeah, I'll need to make sure the pole vector's moved out. I guess I only really want to move it up. A little bit. And then to make sure it doesn't... Oh god, that probably just scared the shit out of everyone. Let's make sure that's out like that. And do I want to orient these more forward? Hey, okay. Yeah. I can do that. Cool. So we'll go through and smooth these out just a tad. I just want to sort of make sure it works with the hind legs as well. I'm really happy with how this is working out, guys. Although the underbelly leaves maybe a tad to be desired. But this is going to require a bit of cleanup, where I just sort of like get rid of the other side. And yeah, just sort of smooth out some of things to the middle. Though potentially I could use these to... Okay. First things first, let's focus on the legs. Leg. Because basically what we're going to do, we're going to like symmetrize the model from a middle edge leg, which I think should theoretically work. Hopefully. God, I should have detriangulated this before, or tried to attempt to detriangulate it before doing this, because it's just annoying. That's going to be the easiest way. Selecting stuff like this. Oh no, of course it's going to be selected on the other side. Don't you dare select up there. Oh, sweet mercy. Oh dear God, no. Oof. Okay. Yep. Knee. And ankle. That one we're definitely gonna have to paint. So, grab all that. Sick. See, from there, move it into position. Oh, that's actually kind of pretty decent. Do I want to... Honestly, I kind of want to just leave it like that, maybe. Although it is a little bit... It's like one of the few times that I actually want to rotate this. Should I like flatten the feet more? Ooh. What the hell? So I like using a big plane just to sort of like gauge when a foot is going underneath, so you can sort of like even out the amount of stuff going through to sort of even out that. That's probably fine. And let's try it for this as well. Something like that. When I go into setting up proper poses, I can correct those a bit better. Okay, so with this, I'm going to need to smooth those out. But what do I want to do about this underside? Is it just one of those things where it's just... Yeah. I may not want to worry about that too much for the time being. How's it looking? Pretty central otherwise? Not too bad. Yeah, this stuff can be cleaned up a bit. I think the big tickets are sort of done. So, having said that, let's maybe smooth the crap out of these. And on the legs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Looks possible. Looks possible. Now, in terms of deleting, what's going to be the best approach? Is it going to be... God, I really wish I could just select the middle edge loop. I may sort of have to go back, detriangulate, and copy skinning across. I just want to select that damn middle edge. Let's get rid of that. Skin and geo. Hide that. I just really wanted to do a mirror before I stopped the stream, but I don't know if that's going to be possible. Actually, let's even on these ones. How's the base? Just smooth that out a tad more. Let's see if that does anything. What happens if skinned Lizzie so like if I delete that, am I able to then select edge loops from that? I can. Well, that's a benefit. Is there, what can I do? probably go into the UV editor. What is the bad side? That side. God, it's times like these I wish I knew how to UV shell. It'd be cool if they split that out. Ooh, okay, well, first of all, I can use the UV shell to get rid of that. Bugger off, mosquito. Didn't really help. So that's that side. Okay, we can do this a bit more systematically. Does that get rid of faces? No. Okay, that does. Cool. Ah! Do I want to do this? I do want to do this. Oh god, I did it again, didn't I? I did it the wrong way. Damn it. I gotta select it in the damn viewport. Going too fast. Dokely. Boom. Oh my god, come on. Where are you? We're slowly getting there. And do we want it to be that side as well? God, they couldn't have aligned them a little bit straighter as well. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. Again, this is another sort of like unknown that I'm going to be testing here. Oh, God almighty. Sick. I think that is everything, finally. Let's see what happens. It selects the whole thing. Yay! Took way too long. But the idea now is we could sort of like turn on that a tad. interior to the mouth as well. Do I care about that for now? I just want to test this out. What I will do is I'm just going to get rid of that. Yeah, there's like free floating geo and everything. Oh boy. Yeah, dude. This guy's got to clean up his stuff. Alright. Okay. Okay. Why is that? What part of it is free floating? Alright, screw it. Let's just do that quick. And let's just do a mirror. To see how it looks. Wait, is this a separate? Did they merge these? Oh, it did. No, it didn't. Oh, wait. What did I do to the settings? Mesh, mirror, merge border vertices. Oh. Okay. Don't tell me these are like doubled up somehow. Nope. Okay. All right. I'm gonna do it the old-fashioned way. Go away, you. General unlock. So you're good. Let's mirror you. Do that. Reverse face normals. Model that. 1, 2. Modify. Combine selected meshes and mesh. Where is it? Merge. That's more like it. And how's it looking overall? Just even with that quick sort of like test. Not the worst. Damn. For like, how long we've gone for? 2 hours? 2 hours of work. We have essentially set up a T-pose for this character. For this lizard. That looks pretty okay, in my opinion. Definitely could do with some cleanup in certain areas to make sure that well, I think what I want to do is try and quad it first. See if I can maybe get my blender and try it in there. Because my tools ain't gonna do it. Otherwise, it may just be like, screw it. We just retopo this dude. But yeah, that's not too bad. Because what did we go from? We went from... that to that. Pretty good. I am certainly happy with that. Quality work. Thank you very much, Jesse. Yeah, it's something I've been curious about. Just to see if it's useful for that kind of stuff. Because I've had there's like a couple of other scans. It's called tries to quads, by the way, but it doesn't give the best results. I just tested it again. Better for hard surface. Ah, really? Ah, damn, that's not great. I mean, I guess what I could do... Let's see what happens if I do this. Mesh. Retopologize. Let's just run a retopologize and see what it does. does Z-Remesher, will that just get rid of tries, Jesse? Or will that retopologize everything as well? Because I do have access to ZBrush. I've had a license for like 10 years or something. I should actually use it. I'm not sure if we can actually retain vertex order. Vertex order is not too important. Basically, like, this character to me... Wow, actually, that remesh actually isn't all that too bad. Oh, God. Is this going to crash it? Because I try to apply a Lambert to it? Probably. Yeah, I can hear my computer getting spicy. I think that's pretty much crashed it, because I tried to apply a Lambert to something I'd retopologized. Great. When did I last save that? Oh, there we go. Oh, thank fuck. Let's select you. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, it's definitely something you want to go through and retopologize yourself, but like, that's kind of cool just from like doing it just randomly. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. All right then, folks. I might call it there. Pretty successful evening then, I think. Compare. Oh god. Oh, I retopologized the one that I didn't. That I mirrored, didn't I? Oh no, that one's there. That's that one. That's that one. We've gone from a posed Komodo dragon, dekinked it, and straightened it all up. And it's worked to a pretty varying degree. So I'll see what I can do. I might try and clean it up a little bit more between now and next week, and we could even come to start like rigging this character as well. The nice thing about these licenses is I think they're like based on the Creative Commons. So long as you like credit the original artist, you're free to use it in like any way. You can like what do you call it? Remix it. You can sell aspects of it or whatever. Use it for commercial purposes and things like that. So. Yeah, potentially benefits to sort of building up these characters a bit. Could release a big lizard rig. That'd be sweet. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, you can sort of see, like, I can dekink the tail a bit more manually and stuff as well, so that'll be things to look at. Alrighty. With that, let me just double save that, make sure. So thank you very much for watching, folks. For those of you who stuck around to the end. Yeah, same time next week, I will be back, but until then...
Been less Geo.
Have a good day, folks. I'll catch you next week. See ya.